Hey friends, it's Tracy. Welcome to today's video. I am going to take you from start to finish of how I created this sweet little wintry snowman using one of those 3-stack pumpkins from the Dollar Tree. Now, each year they do have them during the Halloween season, and if you have some, you may have some in your stash, that kind of thing, but that's what I use. Now, several years ago, I created this primitive country country snowman, and so many friends have recreated you. Even this past year, y'all send me pictures. Thank you so very much. But I was participating in a Woodland winter Facebook event, and so we have 45 minutes to craft, so I started it. The first part is me, doing the Facebook, and then I do finish up, show you how I, put on this little bag and how I put all the finishing touches on and that kind of thing. And on the film, I completely forgot to include my Excelsior. Guys, y'all know how much I love Excelsior. Oh my goodness, I can't believe that I forgot to add that. But I did add that in there, and I just absolutely love the way that this little guy turned out, and I hope you do too. Let's go ahead and get started. On my little snowman. So if you are new here, welcome again. My name is Tracy, and I craft at Country Charm by Tracy. Now, I do stream to Facebook through my Mevo camera, and I did invest in a second one so that you can see me in the corner. So welcome, guys. Yes, you are seeing me, and then you can also see my table. Okay, guys, now I did a little bit of prep because I like to put a lot of stuff into my projects. So for this little snowman, I've already prepped a little bit, but what I'm using is one of these 3-stacked jack-o'-lanterns from the Dollar Tree. Now, over the years, they kind of change. I think this past year they had like a bird on it or something, but the concept is just the same. Guys, if you don't have one of these, don't stress about it. In my link tree, which is on the side of, if you're on Facebook, or either if you're watching on YouTube, in my link tree, if you click on that, I do have a free pattern that I've, traced this out, and that you can print it out on your printer, and then you can cut it out of foam board, cardboard, wood, whatever you want. But don't stress about it if you don't have one of these jack-o'-lanterns. Guesstimate it. Draw it out of something that you have. But once I find things that I like, I kind of buy multiples of them. And so I had some of these left. Okay, so that's what this is made out of. This one right here. So I don't need him anymore. Move him out of the way. So Miss Janet said it had a cat on the top this year. You are right. It did. It had a cat on the top. Black cat. That's right. You're right. Thank you, sweet friend, for picking up my slack. Okay. So this is the start of my snowman, my wintry woodland snowman. And so I know he looks a little chopped up, but we're going to make him really cute, I promise. But I had to do a little bit of prep, like I said, because I don't like watching paint dry. I hate it. It's like one of those, like nails on a chalkboard. I hate to waste my time watching paint dry. Hello, Miss Jessica from Jessica's Party Decor and More, one of my sweet friends. Hello, Miss Stephanie from the Vintage Pebble, and I know I saw Christina from the Rust Covered Cottage, and I'm sure that Sarah from Booksy and Button is here. So, guys, that's what I'm saying. This whole community, you don't know who's going to inspire you, what group you're going to find. And so I'm so honored and blessed to be here with you. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to paint this up. I'm going to make a little nose, and then I have these burlap bags. Now, since I wanted to make, my first thought was going to be, I'm going to make him wintry and Valentine-y, but then I'm like, no, I'm not quite ready to do that yet. I have been sharing some of my favorite Valentine DIYs that I've done over the past few years that I have been sharing on my Country Charm by Tracy page, as well as on my YouTube channel. But I have not yet done a Valentine DIY project this year, but that's coming up next week. And so I want to share with you because if you picked up some of these metal hearts, guys, this was in my haul from, I think it was December 22nd. I had found some of these at my favorite store, Hobby Lobby, and they're beveled tin hearts. Look, it has this beautiful design on it. And so, you know, Hobby Lobby got clearance going on now. So if you're lucky, you can find it. So what I did is, since it was, you know, beveled and not flat, what I did is I flattened it on my table, and then I took my mallet, and I bent it down, or like pushed it down so that it was flat. And then this is what I was going to do to have my little snowman holding it, like right here. I was going to make some little hands and have it holding it right here. But then I changed my mind. And so we'll save that for another project that will be probably hitting, you know, my Facebook and YouTube very soon. I was like, no, I want to give him a bag of wintry goodness. And so, guys, these burlap bags are from King Dollar. Now, every single time I do a video on YouTube, Facebook, whatever, I get questions about King Dollar. King Dollar, I think, is in Texas, and I am in Southeast Texas, and like I said, in Brenham, in more of the Houston area. King Dollar is somewhere around Houston. Maybe it's in, I know Bryan College Station has one, as well as Brenham. So these little, it's Angel Crafts. It has 2 little burlap bags, and I'm going to be using the bigger one. So it's funny, and that's why I say that, because every single time that I say from King Dollar, I get challenged. I do. It's on my video. They are in the comments, and it's not, they just think, they're like, I've never heard of it. I live in Texas. I've never heard of it. I don't know how many there is, like kingdollar.com. And so, you know, I don't know. Maybe you can find out where one is located. So guys, what I'm doing now is I want to make a nose. And so I want this to dry. So what I have is just a piece. This is the bottom of a gift box. I love to craft with these. Don't throw those away. This is just a bottom of a gift box. And so I want my nose to dry. So what I'm doing is I didn't draw it out or anything. I'm just kind of guesstimating it. I do that a lot. And so, anyway, so I am just going to make a little nose, and I like to tear because it gets the cardboard, you know, the little gray backing. And so when I rip it toward me, then it exposes that. And so I love to do crafts like that. Guys, this is the color I'm going to use. This is one of my favorite colors. Now it's by Americana. It's Warm Sunset. That is the color that I'm going to use. I'm going to go ahead and paint that really quick. Now I changed out my water, but I moved it away from me. So guys, the presenters, they have just been phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. And so I had, you know, so many of them on, but then as it was getting closer to my segment, I'm like, I gotta go. Because then I changed my mind. So what I'm doing is I am just going to just paint this. So Shabology, she asked what kind of video setup I have. I have 2 Mevo cameras. I have been doing videos for quite a long time, and so I have invested in Mevo cameras. You can get them off of Amazon, and that's what I'm using. I have 2 of them. I have one in front of me, and then I have one on, you know, up above. It is an investment. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. And so, but I save my money, and I am monetized on YouTube. I have been for several years. I don't say that to be bragging. I just say that I humbly say that. But you know, you have to invest back into your business in order to, you know, because this is my full-time job now. This is what I do. I do videos. And so, since I do upload my videos to my YouTube channel, YouTube is better viewed horizontal or landscape, and so that's why I like to do the, you know, landscape versus the phone, which is vertical. Now, that works if you just do, there are a lot of friends that just do Facebook, and so that is better viewed vertical. And so since I do both, this works good for me. So guys, that's what I did, is I just painted that. And so then let me get a clean plate because I know I'm going to get messy. So what I'm going to do is do some shading. And so some of you may know me, some I may be new to some of you. Welcome, welcome. My name is Tracy. I love to share crafty ideas with a bit of rustic country charm. That is kind of my tagline. And so I love to paint. I love to, you know, just repurpose different things. Hobby Lobby is my favorite store. And I have a Texas accent. Texas twang, and so sometimes my words don't come out clearly. And so I say that because I may mispronounce some words. Guys, I'm going to be putting a sock on the top of my snowman. And so I'm not going to worry about, you know, this up here, because what I did is I chopped him up. I cut off that curved part, and then it had the little hat. So I cut that off. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to shade around here. This is just my way of doing things. I do have quite a few painting videos on YouTube. I get asked, you know, quite a bit if I have certain tutorials, that kind of thing. Guys, God has given me these gifts and talents, and so I don't have a private group yet. And so when in 2001, when he gave me the push to go ahead and do this full time, you know, that's just what I've been doing. I've been just sharing those gifts and talents through video and through the different ideas that we come up with together, because without him, I would not be doing this. So what I do is I have a flat paintbrush, and I just dip it in paint, half of my brush in paint, the other half in clean water. I blend on these blue paper towels, which are shop towels. I just like them because they're just a little bit thicker. And so I'm sorry if I don't, like, you know, catch your comments. You know, I try to explain it the best that I can, because I do get lots of, you know, questions and that kind of thing. I don't have like a specific shading video, but I have lots of painting videos on my YouTube channel. Okay. Now, guys, this is what we're going to use for his hat. I say him. I don't know why. It could be a girl. Her hat, his hat. I don't know. Hello, Sweet Connie's Creations. Oh, all these, my sweet friends are here. I'm sorry, the comments are going by fast, but I promise I'll go back later and answer any, try to acknowledge and all that kind of thing. Okay, so guys, this is what I did. I could not find a hat, a sock that I wanted. I didn't want black because, you know, I did use that for the Christmas snowman. I wanted more of a wintry snowman. So what I did is I just coffee stained these and let them dry. I didn't bake them or anything like that. I just, you know, laid them out. I have some cookie, you know, those wire racks, like, not, I was going to say drying racks, which I use them for drying, but cooling racks. And so I have a couple of those in my craft room that I use just for that. So I just took them out of the coffee mix and just let them dry. I let them dry for a couple days because I wasn't crafting. Anyway, so what I'm going to do, that is what I'm going to be using for his hat. And so I want to put this on just a bit so that I can get the placement of the eyes. Hello, Rekindled Blessings. Miss Beth is here. Hello, Jamie. Hello, Dana. If it's your first time here, welcome. I'm so honored and blessed that you're here. My name is Tracy, and my crafting page is Country Charm by Tracy, where I love to share crafty ideas with a bit of rustic country charm. So I just wanted to get this little placement. Now, guys, on this sock, I did my own painting because I did not have a blue sock that I liked. All right. So what I did is I had this is a pear. So I'm going to show you what I did. And I just took some navy paint in my fan brush. This is my best friend. My black Sharpie marker and my fan brush are best friends. I love to paint. I'm a true craft junkie, and I just love to do all kind of different country crafts. Okay, so what I did is to make my own sock, I just take my fan brush, and then I'm just using it. This is navy blue, and I just take it a little bit on the bristles, and then I'm just making my own. I call it a faux plaid pattern. Faux meaning fake. And so I just, just went in like this. I did the same thing on my Santa bottles, my vintage Santa bottles that I had painted. I didn't have a red and white sock, so I just made my own. So you never know what you're going to see here, with the exception of I love rustic, country, vintage crafts that have, just that rustic country vibe. And so a lot of friends like that. So I'm so honored and blessed to be in this community. So what I do first is I go and paint one way, and then I go back the other way. And so I didn't mix any like acrylic medium with this. Acrylic medium is just something that like softens the paint. If you are as old as I am and you know about painting on jeans and sweatshirts and stuff like that, sometimes acrylic paint can make your paint hard. And so if you have to mix something like acrylic medium in with the paint, it doesn't change the color of the paint, but it just softens the paint. And so that's what I do. I paint one side, and then I go back and I paint the other side. So that's what I did with this one. Okay. And so what I do like to do also is cut the toe and then put a little jingle bell and, just that kind of thing. So I apologize. I'm missing so many comments, but I promise I will go back and, read all your comments. And while I'm watching all the other creators, guys, this event is just phenomenal. There are so many talented people, creators, that I am just blessed to be in the presence of. Okay, so I'm going to leave that for now, because what I want to do is I want to put my eyes on there. And so this is going to be my nose. And I just did that, just using, this is just a piece of gift box. I just tore that out. And so now I want to, let me see. I like to use distress ink and stuff too. I like all the grunge. I like a little grunge. I like primitive country, rustic, all of that stuff. Hello, TLC's Country Chalking. So yes, if you're just hopping on, my name is Tracy, and I craft here Country Drawn by Tracy. I'm also here on Facebook. I'm also on YouTube. And so if you can always watch the replay, because that's where you're going to see from the very beginning. And guys, in the pinned comment is the Chuffed Berry Circle link, as well as Craft Round the Clock link. All you have to do is refresh the page, and the next person is going to pop up for you. So it's made it so easy. So what I'm doing now is taking another one of my best friends, which is my black Sharpie marker. And so I love to doodle. I love paint splatters. I'm a bit old school and just love all of that stuff. So we're just making him some little squiggles in his nose, just like that. And then I go a little extra, because that's what I do. And sometimes I get myself in trouble because I want to do all the extras. I do. I'm just kind of wrinkling it up. That's what I'm doing. Oh, hello, Miss Cheryl from MNC Treasures. I always want to say Creations, but Sweetie's Creations, and then MNC Treasures. Hello, Rag to Stitches. Loving this so far. Thank you so much. So that's what I do, guys, is I just use my vintage photo. A lot of us crafters use vintage photo, but this is just what I am using. Okay, so that's going to be his little eyes. And so, not eyes, nose. I'm going to work on the eyes next. So, of course, you know, when you're on live crafting, you get a frog in your throat or something in your throat. I'm gonna have to take a little drink. Okay. So that's why I like to have my sock or my hat, so then I know where to put the eyes. And so I love to draw my eyes. And now you can use the end of a paintbrush. You like do little dots. There are so many talented people in this group, in this community, that do fabulous eyes. Everybody has their own way of doing things. I just like to do mine, just little almond shapes up at the top. And so my thing is, I am just here to encourage, to inspire you, and you do your thing. If this is not, you know, if the colors that I'm using, I'm just here to inspire you. I am just just excited, you know, to be in this event and just in this community, not really just part of the event, which is true. And my eyes are getting a little bit bigger. And so I just do it like that. Okay. And then I will, I just want to make sure that I have enough room. Okay. This is the next thing I do. I like to use coral color of paint for my cheeks. You know, I have used blush, like real blush that you get from, you know, get it from the dollar store. Don't buy the expensive. You can use that. But I just like this coral color paint, and this, I just basically use it for my cheeks. And so this one is pretty old. And so I just need a little, like, that is way too much, Tracy. Do not, my top is broken at the top, and I had just really put way too much. I don't want to waste it. And if I wait till later, it'll dry, and I don't want to do that because this bottle is so old. It has been with me for a long time. So I just like to use a stencil brush, and I just dip my brush in there, and then I kind of, you know, brush it off so that it's not so dark. And I like the more rectangle cheeks, like up and down. I love whimsy. There's so many like adjectives that I could like call my style, I guess. Rustic, country, primitive. I love a bit of whimsy, all of that stuff. And sometimes I do get a little heavy on my cheeks, and then I just go back and I put a little bit of the paint. I forgot to say, if someone did ask that, I did paint the snowman with plaster. It was just what I had, and I like it because it's not a true white. So plaster is the color of the snowman. So then one of the things that I say all the time is the beauty is in the details. And so that's why that's kind of gets me in trouble sometimes, because then I like get caught up in all the details. All right. So I also like to put little characters on my faces and all of that stuff. So I like to put little eyelashes. If that's not your thing, then, you know, leave that off. I just like to make them come to life. I like to put the little highlights in the eyes and that kind of thing. And this is just an old brush. I get asked about this brush a lot. And it's just an old brush that has been with me for a long time. A long time. And so my Waverly paint, my plaster, I had to get a new bottle. And so I had used the last of it on here. So I said, oh, got to pull out the new bottle. So I'm just taking a little bit of this because I just want to just add a little bit of whimsy, a little bit of whimsical touches. And this new bottle is just a little thick. It's not, I needed to water it down a little bit more. But I can get caught up on all of those things, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to waste my time watching paint dry. That's one of my things. Guys, I love to do seasonal crafts, and I love to do events, you know, to live craft with you. And I mostly do, and I just got my arm in there, but that's okay. I'm gonna cover it up anyway. I try not to sweat about the small stuff, okay? Try not to sweat about the small stuff. All right, so then also, what I mostly do is I love to do pre-recorded videos and upload them to YouTube. And so that's kind of where I started. And so that is where you'll find me. And I do try to share them to my Facebook as well. But I absolutely love it doing these events. And I'm also a hostess with Craft Round the Clock. I haven't done a segment in a little bit because I got busy doing the other things. Fall is extremely busy for me. And so I need to get back on that. I need to. Okay, so, and then also I just use a fine Sharpie marker, and then I go back and I use an ultra fine just to add doodles. I love my doodles. And if that's not your style, again, I'm just here to encourage and inspire. I also love my black my paint splatters. And there are a lot of friends that do like that as well. If you don't, leave those off. And my method is I use a stiff brush and a stick. You can use a old toothbrush and that kind of thing, and I just go and add some paint splatters. Again, like I said, I'm a little bit old school. Well, I'm a lot old school. I am. Okay, all right, guys, we gotta go. Okay, so let's see. I do want to put the white in the eye, so I just want to dry this up a little bit. I do. Okay, so that nose is going to go right there. All right. So for his, I'm not going to waste the time to, because I do like to give my painted projects a sealer, and I usually either use, I like to use this Delta varnish. I like to use that one. But if I use like a Posca pen or something like that, I do have a spray varnish that I like to use on it as well. And so that's dried up. So let's see. Get some white, because I do want to put the white in the eyes. And then, gosh, these 45 minute segments go by a little too fast. And so I just put a little white in the eye so that it kind of gives him a little character, you know. All right. And so then this right here is going to be part of his scarf. This is just homespun fabric. Love, love, love some homespun. So since I was kind of going with the blue theme, Just decided to do that. And then I have all of this. I did try to prep a little. I have some cheesecloth and some tea-dyed muslin, some tea-dyed cheesecloth that we were inspired to do from from My Sweet Home Living, Miss Tracy Campbell, who was on earlier, and her gourd was just adorable. I can't wait to go back and watch all the creators in the group because this is just phenomenal. And so I am just kind of tacking this here, guys, because I want to get my bag on because I'm running out of time. All right, so that's what I did, and I am going to put this here, but I wanted to put my scarf on so that I can put this on. And then I want his nose to stick up a little. I love dimension. I love dimension. And so I just want his little nose to stick up. And so I am going to put a mouth on it, but I will wait because I want to put my bag on. So I'm not sure if I'll do like pebbles, like dots, or if I'm gonna draw a mouth, you know, like a little smile. I don't know. So okay, so that's what I wanted to do, get my bag on. Again, these burlap bags came from a store called King Dollar. I am in Texas, and it is in my area of Texas. We have one. Now guys, I got this wire. It's brown. It's from Michael's. And to me, when I first saw it, I went, ah, that looks rusty, but it's not. It's not rusty, but it could pass for rusty. It could pass for rusty. So that's what I'm going to do, is that's what I've just pushed. I just used my paper piercer. This is just something I had on hand from my scrapbooking days, and I just punched 2 holes in there because this is a Dollar Tree stacked pumpkin from Halloween, and so it's press board, so it really goes really in there really, you know, quick. So then I just have just a little, I just want a little bit. I don't even want that much. I just want just a little bit of stuffing. Now guys, this is what I pulled out. I have all this greenery. I'm not going to use all of it, of course, but look at all this stuff. This greenery is from Hobby Lobby, and so I was thinking about putting some of that in there. I have some of this lamb's ear that's from Walmart, because this looks like a Walmart tag, and that almost looks like fall, from fall. I'm going to put maybe some of this smaller lamb's ear in. I have some white branches. Guys, I will post pictures of, you know, like everything I put in there in this little bag. Now, these are from Hobby Lobby, and they have these little white flowers on them, and you can get them year round. I think in they have like yellow and pink and purple. I was gonna say purple. And so I have some of this frosted as well, and I have some of eucalyptus, and then I have some of these branches. Now I've taken the tag off of this, but I'm going to put some of this stuff in there, guys. That's what's going to go in my bag. My little bag's going to go right here. And so what I like to do is cut the toe off of the sock. And so then if I need to add just a little stuffing just for like either stability or something, you know, just add a little bit of filling. Oh, pillow would work. Even old socks. I have done that before too. Little socks. And so then also, another thing I like to do is get these plastic rubber bands from Dollar Tree. That's where I get them, because I get a big old bag of these, and they're just little clear rubber bands. And so it just kind of helps hold the top of the cap, I guess, his winter hat. And then I kind of, you know, figure out how much I want to, you know, have at the top. And then, let's see, oh, here. Also have, like, you know, got some of these jingle bells from the Hobby Lobby. They're white, and I got these when they were just starting clearancing them, when they started putting things on clearance. And so I'm gonna no, I already got that one done. So take another piece of this, and that's gonna be like the pom-pom at the top of his hat. And so it's a little distressed looking already, but it's a little too white, so I may need to grunge that up a little. And so I'm just gonna have my little bell on there, just twisting that wire. I'm so enjoying this event. Thank you to Christina and Stephanie and Sarah for inviting me into this event, because it has been phenomenal. This right here are just little wire curling tools that a sweet friend and follower had sent to me. In my link tree is a link for these as well, where I found them online. They just help. It just has a little slit in there, and you know, it just curls the wire. You don't have to have, but I am a tool gadget junkie. So I already have a little scarf on and the little hat. So I'm just taking a few of these strands that I've already cut off of some of the fabric. And right here where the little jingle bell is, just going to add some of this fabric here. Just to kind of give it just some more color, bring in some of that blue. Some of this fabric is stringy. All right. So for the burlap bag, I've already put a little bit of fabric fill or stuffing in. And so then I'm going to kind of bend this back just a tad. Since it's burlap, it does fray a little bit. All right, so let's see. Pull out some of these cute flowers. Like I said, these are from Hobby Lobby. So just cut a few sprigs of that. And they have these cute little white rose, I don't know, they look like little rose bushes, buds. All right, so this little lamb's ear, I'm going to go ahead and cut a couple sprigs of that. I just love this lamb's ear. As I said, I think this yellow tag, I think that's a Walmart tag. Foliage. So these white branches, I don't know, they don't have a tag on it. Cut off a little bit of that. This little greenery is from Hobby Lobby. So just cut off a little bit of that. I don't want to get too much, because then I'll be like, can't get in your you can't get all this in your pocket. You know, just a little dab will do ya. Just a little dab will do ya. So I like this. This is from Walmart. I think this is in the Christmas section, because it has a little frost to it. Okay, so let's put those out of the way, because I also want to, let's see, I have misplaced my wire, which I'm not surprised. So I'm going to go ahead and cut off another piece of that. Of course, I'll find it later when I don't need it. So this, I'm just doing this for myself. So if I were to be using this or selling it, making it for someone, I would cover the back or paint the back. So I'm going to go ahead and slide this wire through. Just something for it to hold, something for it to hold on to. That's what the wire's for. And then I'm just twisting that wire so that it holds. Okay, all right. So I'm going to pull out some of these frosty stems, sticks or whatever these are from. Hobby Lobby, you guessed it. Okay, so I'm going to start sticking these in. Let me see how big they are, or if I need to cut them down a little. Guys, I totally forgot to include a little smile for him. So I'll do this upside down. I would not recommend doing that because so that it will oh yeah, that looks good. So I just used my black Sharpie marker, and then now I'm just going to go back over it with my fine Sharpie marker, a little bit heavier. I should have done this before I started working on the pocket. Just a sweet little smile. I also have some of this glistening sticks. That I'm going to cut apart and put in here as well. Just to kind of bring in the brown for the woodland. Okay, I have some of this fabric left over that I'm just going to pile up and just make a bow, just right here. Just like a rag bow, junk bow. I have some cheesecloth, some muslin, some of that ripped fabric. And so I'm just going to use one of the pieces of muslin, just looking around just to make sure. Just used a piece of muslin just to tie that off. Totally forgot about my pip berries. How did I forget about my pip berries? I love these pip berries. that you can get at Hobby Lobby anytime in the garland section. And I love them. I love pit berries. I love berries of any kind. And I just really feel that it just really ties in my primitive country, rustic, vintagey, whatever one chooses to call it. Okay. All right. So then I might need to trim that down just a little bit. That's going to go right there. That kind of cover up that seam. But of course, we got to make a little tag. And so for my little birds, now these little birds came from Hobby Lobby. You know, I got them. They were in the little miniature ornament section. And so I tried one out. And it looked so cute, just kind of perched there. I guess they're doves or little snowbirds. I don't know what they're called. Just cute little birds. All right, there we go. How cute is that? All right, so then I have the little bow, and then this I thought that I would include just a little rusty snowflake, also from Hobby Lobby in the little miniature tree ornament section. That'll look so cute on there. Okay, I have these two small metal rusty snowflakes, and I'm just gonna cut that where one of these are open. And then here's my little bow. Actually, I'm going to cut both of them so I can tie it on there. But for this one, just going to kind of attach this here. We'll use a longer piece of twine. I'm going to do it that way. There. This is just jewelry cording. So I know it's a lot longer than what I need, but I just want it to hang, and then I'll cut off the excess. Just kind of hanging, you know, one a little bit longer than the other. Okay. So then I also made just a small bow of that little jewelry cording that I like to use. And this right here is just a silicone masking tool that I got from the Dollar Tree, and I just like to use it just so that I don't burn my fingers. Oh yes, that's looking really cute. Okay, so then I have this little market tag that I've tea stained, and so I want to just make just a little tag. Let's see, we're gonna put it right here, kind of cover up that seam, that ugly seam. And then let's see, get up my markers. So I'm just going to hand letter. Just tore that just a little bit smaller, And then I'm going to distress this. Using my vintage photo distressing ink. Just want to add some doodles. And then I'm going to just kind of crush this back and forth just to give it more of an aged look. Yes. Okay, I'm just going to take some white paint and then just go in each of the happy dots just to give it a little highlight. Okay, I'm going to use 2 of the rusty safety pins. Now, I had got this set of safety pins from Walmart, and I just rusted them up just using my friend Linda, who is FaithChick777, just using her technique. And then I needed some more, and so I just got some safety pins from the grocery store. They didn't rust as well as the ones from Walmart. I don't know if it's the brand or what, because I could not get them to rust. So I'm just going to use 2 rusty safety pins. First, I'm going to put this small tag on here. And so I'm just using this first safety pin just to attach the little sign. And then for snow, I just like to use this caulk that I get from the Dollar Tree. You can get it at any home improvement store, Walmart, any of that, but I just get mine from the Dollar Tree. And I just like to use that for snow effects. And so I'm just gonna pipe it on just like that, just kind of put some little snow, kind of like where the snow would fall. You know, like if he was out in the snow, where it would kind of fall. Kind of put some here on the bag, just like that. And so then, oh, I'll put my, keep your hand out, Trace. Okay, so then gonna kind of put some here on the tag, kind of like where, like I said, like the little snow would fall. Cute. My little birdie's looking so cute too. All right. And then I'm going to use this glitter. This is from Hobby Lobby. It is Snow Swirl, but any glitter will do. And I'm just gonna sprinkle it on here. Some friends don't like glitter. And I know the camera's not really picking it up. Just kind of gives a little bit of glistening. And if glitter's not your thing, then don't use it.